Hello everyone, what's going on guys? Group Chat Game here, back with another video. Today's video we are going to try to get the rest of this rust off. Now I did buy a metal grinder on the table behind me today, so then we can get some of the little rust off, and I did buy a sander. Now how you attach it with the angle grinder, is you click the button and use the wrench that is given to you to take it off. So anyways, without further ado, let's get started. So first thing that we want to do is make sure that you have proper gear, such as I wear heavy duty stuff. I don't have a full face mask, so hopefully I'll be okay. So let's go ahead and I'm going to use a clamp. Be right back. I had bought some clamps for this specifically to keep the product still, or whatever you want to use it for. So there we go. There's the proof that it's brand spanking new. Alright, so let's go ahead and move it to a comfortable position on the table. So I'm going to just kind of have it just like this. Gotta untwist it first. Yep, other way. Nope, gotta keep going. I think all the way would be preferably for this. Yes, all the way. Okay, now we could just go ahead, kind of get that tightened. Wait, I think that goes the end. Yep. Man, am I off key today. You just want to make sure that's nice and tight where it's not going to move at all. Alrighty, so now make sure that you have your safety gear on. Alright, this is I think my second try with this today. So go ahead and power her up. Alrighty, so as you guys can tell, it did have sparks, and usually with metal against metal it makes sparks. So I'm going to show you what all I did. It is hot, so you might want to grab some water, like some cold water or something, to kind of extinguish the hotness. But I am going to show you guys now on what it looks like. So there it is, that's what I did. I'm going to have to keep re-angling it, even though that it's an angle. And I did happen to actually feel like little stings, you know, on my chin. That's because I didn't have a full face mask. But that is fine. So let's go ahead and keep going. I don't know how to do time-lapse because I don't have editing material anymore. So, anyways, let's go ahead and do that. Oh, another tip, guys, is that the disc can be very fragile. And this certain angle grinder is also used for wood and metal, but I have a metal disc on right now, so it only works for that. The reason why I'm going to be using a sander is because that, number one, you need a sander to kind of get off the grooves of what you used.
So let's go ahead. I'm not going to clamp it on this time. I'm just going to go ahead and just set it down on the table that I made. This looks brand spanking new, but I am now going to clamp it down is because it keeps running off the table. I thought that was not going to happen, but who knows, because I'm an idiot. So, now, of course, this whole thing is rusted, and I realize that, and I have a whole lot of tools to do today, guys. So this is just the first one. Now, what I am doing is using a bark cutter. I am not, however, going to remake the handles. I will probably sand them down to get the junk off, because I put them in vinegar, let them soak. As you guys know, I made a video on how to remove rust, so that is how you do that. And I think it's about a 3 or 4 part series, maybe even 5, I don't know, if you even watch the bloopers. But this is how you do it. Now, of course, you want to make sure that it's light. You don't want to go into it because it will break and it will anywhere, and that is super dangerous. What you want to do is make sure that it is just like it is. Now, the sparks, it's kind of like the 4th of July if you ever had sparklers. So, yeah. So, although you do want to use safety gear, so let's go ahead and go again. Whew. Man, so anyways, I did get one side done. However, it is burnt a bit, which is fine. You could easily just wipe it off. But it looks brand new. However, in order to get like if you don't want the lines there, all you have to do is just sand it down, which I will do that in the next video. So stay tuned for part 2.